permission to do this while she's still adding some tomatoes to our salsa. She said she'd listen with one ear, so. I'm looking for a name. Ron?
Yes.
You look like you have a question, Ron.
Bonnie.
Yes, Ron. What can I do for you?
I receive for hosting a fun night out with all my friends.
Good question, Ron. Ron wants to know what he's going to receive for having a fun night out with his friends like Wendy and Scott are doing this evening. If you all will turn to page 3 in your catalog. If you don't have a catalog, please grab one. You'll see there at the top right-hand side of the page our Hostess program. It's a very generous program. A $500 show is average in the state of Virginia. With a $500 show, you receive $90 worth of products for free, 2 items at half off, and then a 25% discount on anything else that you want to purchase. The neat thing about the Pampered Chef is they do not limit you for your free products or your half-price products. You can choose anything in the catalog. An entire cookware set at half off if you'd like. In addition, you're going to receive a host bonus, and I'll share that with you all in just a minute. Mr. Click, you look like you have a question.
Bonnie, what do you like most about your job?
Oh my, that's such a loaded question. I could talk for an hour.
I don't have enough wine.
I'll try to keep it really, really simple. I went into this business, I told you all, so that I could stay at home with my children. They were itty bitties at the time. They're now 11 and 12 years old. So I can no longer say that I sell Pampered Chef so that I could stay at home with Jolie and Trevor, because now I'm working on nights and weekends when they're home. But the reason that I love my job is I'm going to be honest with you, I like the money that I make. And when I look to going back to teaching, if I went back tomorrow or Monday, I'd make $40,000 a year. I'd work about a 50-hour week. I would work much harder than I'm working now. So I enjoy the money that I make. I have about 50 folks in my downline. Actually have a few men now. I used to always say I had all women, but that's not the case anymore. And they have all joined Pampered Chef for different reasons. Some are retired and they want to get out of the house once a week. Others work so much that they don't have the opportunity to meet new people, and they just want to get out and be around people. Some are paying for braces. Some are supplementing incomes. You know, they just need a little extra. They have more month at the end than they do money, so they're just trying to supplement. There's all kinds of reasons for joining a direct sales business, and no 2 people do it for the same reason. Okay? Good question, Mr. Click. All right.
Excellent work.
So now we're going to play a little game. It's called Stealing Hearts. All right? Simple game. Don't fret. Very easy. The object is to get as many heart cards as you can. All you have to do to earn a heart card is to ask a question. Ask a question about what I'm doing tonight, Pampered Chef's business opportunity, or ask a question about what Wendy and Scott are doing. Not what they're doing right this second, but what they're seriously.
Appreciate y'all coming to the party.
I don't want to tell you that well.
All right. It's a party when he gets cut.
I will answer questions about products and that type of thing later, but for now, just for the purpose of our game, let's try to stick along those 2 lines. All right? Everybody understand how the game's played?
What were the 2 lines?
One more time.
What Wendy and Scott are doing, hosting a show, or what Bonnie's doing. And no question is too personal as long as it's those 2 topics. Okay? All right, so who wants to start? Who has a question? Yay, Rebecca.
How is Pampered Chef today different than it was, say, 10 years ago?
That's a great
Oh my gosh,
question.
that's
What a
very
great
good.
question.
In fact, that's one I've never gotten before. 10 years ago, we used to do 3 recipes at every show, but not the way we did it tonight. You all sat, and I stood behind a table and literally did 3 recipes, and you would sit for about 2 hours. And we would bring the object back then. The object back then was to bring everything that you had. So we would make, 4 or 5 trips in and out of the hostess's home. So that is one way that it's changed significantly.
I have a question. How about 20 years ago?
20 years ago.
Wash your hands 20 years
I didn't earn
Yeah.
it.
I have one.
Nobody washed their hands 20 years ago.
What?
It's okay. I want you to have that card. It's more fun if everybody
Right,
has
good.
a card.
What?
Some other
All right.
stuff.
What was the funniest, most embarrassing, the dish burnt, whatever, what happened?
People coming out of the bathroom.
Right.
Together.
I ruined my largest show ever was a $2,800 show, okay? And I set the deep covered baker down on one of these flexible mats on her dining room table. She had a brand new custom made top for her dining room table and it melted. This melted into the top. Now the beautiful thing about the Pampered Chef is they take $2. Is it $2, Evelyn? It might be $4 now. I don't know. They take I think $2 out of every paycheck
Oh, yeah.
for insurance for things
It's
like
three,
this.
actually, but-
Three.
Yeah.
Okay. So I called the company and they took care of it. But that was my story. I have a gal on my team. Remember I was telling you about the gourmet chef?
Oh, wait.
She was not feeling well.
Anybody else that has a story that you can share?
He wants a card.
You gave Jim
She
a card
was-
for just asking this.
This
That's
gal on my team, the gourmet chef, was not feeling well. And you know how when you start to get ill, you try to talk yourself out of it. And you're like, oh, I'm okay, I'm okay. She got the dish all prepared, opened the oven, went to put it in the oven, and the momentum of bending down in the hostess's oven. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question.
What's the farthest you've ever traveled for?
Diggs, Virginia, and my directions were take a right at the third Red Barn, and I'm not kidding you. And that was before Tom Tom's. Take a right at the third Red Barn. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. It's over there. What's that island over by Gloucester?
Right?
Anybody know the island over by Gloucester?
Guinea?
Guinea?
Oh. Guinea?
It's over past Gloucester somewhere. Diggs, Virginia.
Here. No, it's
Would you
over
ask
here.
me?
That's the other way.
It'll come to me.
What does Scott and Wendy get for?
What does
hosting
Scott
the
and Wendy
Great
get?
question.
Okay, so Scott and Wendy are gonna get, if they have an average show, they're gonna get $90 worth of products for free, 2 items at half off, 25% off anything else that they order, and then their hostess special, and I'll share that with you in just a minute.
And the people that we invited are not average, so.
Oh, right, Shelley.
The warranty on a lot of the products.
Okay, good question. Everything that you purchase has at least a 1-year warranty. Some items have a lifetime, some have 3 years, some have 5 years. They're all indicated in the catalog with, there's a little number behind the item.
Like full replacement, like if whatever warranty.
And I'm glad she asked that, even though it's not a game question, but that's okay, Shelley, we'll forgive you.
Take Jim's
back.
ticket, take
No,
Jim's ticket.
no. I'm glad she asked that because you want to hold on to your receipt. I used to tell folks, oh, don't worry about it, I'll have it on my laptop, and I had a computer crash September a year ago. So you definitely want to hold your receipt. Yes,
What is
sir.
your most, one heart. What is your most single favorite Pampered Chef item? If you said, if there's only one thing on
It
everything
would
else.
have to be the business
Sounds like
opportunity, and that's
Pampered
part of the
Chef.
catalog. No,
That's
that's
part of
part
it.
of the catalog. It's for
What is,
sale on
let
there.
me be more specific. What is your single favorite product?
The deep covered
good.
baker,
We're good.
because I use it about 3 times a
We're
week.
good. Have fun.
All right.
It's the magic pot.
If you don't, if you
Magic
don't,
pot.
my least favorite, I do not like the rotary grater. I don't like the rotary grater. All right, y'all, what Wendy and Scott are doing or what Bonnie's doing? I've got 2 more cards. Yes, sir.
When did you start?
I started when Trevor was,
Covered that in it.
That was part of the opening. He doesn't get a card for that.
Trevor was about 4 months old.
We thought you were above average.
He didn't pay attention.
Okay, nobody's asked the nosiest question yet. Who's the nosiest person
much
in
do you
the
make
room?
a year?
There you go. That's what I'm looking
She
for.
said 40,000.
I make about
beforehand.
$25,000 a year, and I work maybe a 20-hour week with the Pampered
You said
Chef.
25,000 a year?
25,000 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you only work like 20 hours.
Yeah,
Is that
I
net?
work part-time, definitely. Okay, here's the game. Here's the game. We have green and we have brown. When you receive it, do not open it, okay? Who has my 3 of hearts? Green or brown, Rebecca?
Green.
I'll take
Oh,
your
that's
3.
not right.
Who has the 8?
Of hearts?
Green or brown, dirty hands? Let me have your 8.
They're brown because his hands are dirty.
Brown, okay. 2.
I have the 2.
Green or brown?
Green.
Yeah, you don't like the dirty
Oh,
hands.
nice.
We have your
This is how
two,
this is
Mr.
done.
Scott.
I
Who
don't
has
do
a 10?
Right here,
Green or brown, sir?
going with green.
Green.
Scott.
Scott?
Gotta give it up.
Pass
Oh,
it over,
this is, you don't
Scott.
want this. This is nasty.
Pass it over. Who has the 4?
I do.
Green or brown, sir?
Brown.
Green.
Brown. Give me your brown, Mr. Jim.
That's why she gave it an 8.
That's bigger.
I'll take your question too, that way you don't have to hold
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Who has a 6?
I do.
Green or brown?
Green.
Green.
Don't get too attached.
The ace?
That's me.
Green or brown?
Brown.
Let's say
Give
green.
it up.
them in the,
Give it up.
keep
The
them in the
queen.
family.
The family got
Oh,
both
we
of them.
lost it.
The queen.
Right here.
Green or brown?
Hey, your husband's the only one who got the card.
The 7.
I have that.
Green or brown, sir?
Green.
Where's my green? The king.
Right here.
Green or
Go
brown?
back for green.
There you go.
Green's been in the family like 10 times.
All right, now you have what you can keep. Open up your gifts.
Nice work, Jim.
Well played,
Ask
my
questions.
friend. Well played.
Well
If
played.
you like it,
Just
go
a
together.
brown
Get
tank.
some.
Okay, I want to share with you all real
$100
quickly
bill?
the
Really?
recipes prepared in the Deep Cover Baker.
That's awesome.
It's outstanding.
Thanks for having us.
I will share you, I'm going to ask you all before you leave tonight to fill out this form. When you get your sales receipt, it's in your lap board there. All I need is a first and a last name. So don't bother with filling out all of the information. But I do need that information on this form. And I will share all of these recipes with you and then any others that you would like. If you decide you want to purchase the rice cooker, the grill pan, the brownie pan, the grill pan with press, I have recipe booklets for all of those products. And I will share those recipes with you via email as well. So make sure you have your email on the orange form. So this is the chicken lasagna. My husband thinks that lasagna should not be made with chicken, so when we make it at home, it's ground beef. He also doesn't like cilantro. I don't know what's wrong with him, so his gets Italian parsley. I prefer it this way. And again, this is less than 30 minutes in the microwave. No, it's
that's a
corn
microwave one,
tortillas. Corn tortillas, and I don't like the texture of the corn, so we make it with flour. I think the reason they call for the corn, if it's left over, the flour gets gummy, but at my house, there's never anything left over. The white chicken chili, Wendy, what'd you think of the white chicken chili that we had at Melissa's house?
It was fabulous, and it made me buy the pot. And the one dish that I made out of it was that lasagna. That's what I made, and it was. There was nothing left over.
Yeah, it's delicious and so easy. The barbecue pork tenderloin, the tenderloin is super easy because it's just 10 minutes per pound.